guys, I'm just gonna say before I start this video that house rules are rules you can make up for a game. Let's say Axis&Allies, I can make up my own rules, but I won't edit anything that much. It's just about the polls. Hello guys, Liverpool2 here, and today we're gonna do some house rules that I made myself. These house rules, it's called resistance fighters, like the French and the Polish. But today, I'm going to focus specifically on the Polish. The Poles throughout World War II defended severely against not just the Germans, but the Soviets. But in this case, they have to be allies, and they can't really fight the Soviets, because it's going to be weird. Can't really fight like that. And this is World War II, and this is 1942. And these are represented by Poles. I just chose the Anzac Games from 1940. You can do anything you want. But here, the Poles have their own stuff, and they have 4 IPCs in this case. And these guys are the Poles, and they're defending against the German. So in encirclements, there are much more Germans, and they're all Poles. And the Poles are probably going to lose. They're still going to give the Germans a little bit of casualties. So they can be in here, but the Soviets can't really do the same thing as the Poles. And the French can do the same thing. They can be on the edge, trying to encircle the Germans, but the Germans fight back, destroying them. And if the Poles attack, the Germans advance with their heavy amounts of infantry and heavy amount of tanks. There's much more tanks than there are infantry, which is pretty surprising, I think. And then they can just crush the Poles, but they themselves might lose a lot of casualties. So in this case, the Polish in this case have their own IPC count and their own marker, and I don't really have a marker for them. But the Poles in World War II were very effective. They had underground stuff. They were underground, and this is what I'm going to use for the Polish thing. I show it to you. It's like homemade. I don't have to use this, but I just did this. I don't know. Let's use that for the Poles. Why not? They have their own country, which is technically not even a country. But if the Germans, they have to. See, here's the thing. The only way they can gain IPCs, other than by their country, which is not that much, is if the Germans leave Poland. Let's say that. Let's say they leave this area. The Polish can find more IPCs each round, and allowing them to mobilize a little more faster. The Soviets can assist the Poles, and the Poles can assist the Soviets. As you can see, the Poles are assisting and retreating very much against the German advance. Let's say, I don't know how, but let's say the Germans advance this far, because they technically never did. They only advanced they didn't advance that far. The Soviet territory. Let's say the Germans advance harsh into Soviet territory. Let's say, I don't know how, but let's say they do. They still gain a little bit of casualties because of the Poles. The Poles are there and help defend. So the Polish resistance is not futile as it seems. Someone can be on it and be represented, and you can play as it for the Allies, or you can play as neither side or whatever. I don't know. But I recommend Allies, and they can be in here. They can barricade against German or Italian encirclements. They can stand here and fight for themselves, and they still have their own country. They can mobilize an area where the Germans are, and so it's really good. As you can see with the Free French forces, they're now having their own country, but they're still here anyway, because why not? Alright, I really don't have anything else to say for this video, so I'll see you next time with the Free French resistance fighters. You can use these house rules, but only in a video. You have to credit me at home. You don't have to. It's fine. And this is Liverpool2 saying goodbye. And I'll see you next amazing Axis&Allies.